I'm on that
Sorry.
shit now where like I want a tortilla press.
Oh, I got one. I'll send you
No.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know what it is, but every time I go to the grocery store, I find myself walking past the specialty household items. Like it only does one thing, but I need it to do that thing.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
I'll never press tortillas, but you said that, and now I want one. I'll never do that.
I was on that website that sells like household hand tools and shit, but also like commercial grade restaurant equipment. And I was just like scroll through the restaurant equipment, being like,
Okay.
"Yeah, that'd be worth installing 240 at my house so I can operate it."
That's
the shit I was looking at was like shit I didn't even need for my kitchen, like you said, restaurant grade, like grills and shit. Like I would never use. Yeah, this thing reaches 5,000 degrees. I need that in my small 900 square foot apartment.
Yeah, like my dad, he saw a crossbow on Amazon this year, and it was like $1,500 with a $700 rebate. So he's like that's like half off. He's like, I'm doing it. Motherfucker.
That's a good ass deal.
Yeah, but he ain't been out hunting in like 3 years. He bought this bow and loaned it to my cousin, and my cousin went and shot a deer with it. I'm like, are you just living vicariously through motherfuckers for $700? Like, why?
It's worth it. Sometimes it's worth it, man.
I paid to have that deer killed.
I thought it was a bounty.
The deer mafia. Look what they done to my boy.
A deer took out my Ford F-150.
My son, boy, he just liked to graze corn.
We knew it wasn't indigenous.
This is I ain't feeding deers, I'm feeding squirrels, and if a deer eats it, I'm shooting it.
That is my fucking favorite shit.
This is a deer feed. This is rabbit feed. Dumb shit.
If I see a deer on this corn pile, I'ma shoot that motherfucker.
It's still in my corner.
Just Jude it.
Just Jude it. Fuck. So
welcome back to the Simply Evil podcast.
Welcome back.
It is another Friday in November.
Oh, actually, the last one, for whatever reason, it was too big, and that's what I told her. That's what she said, and so we actually had it posted, I think, today because they didn't want to download for some fucking reason.
That's okay.
But
Sunday, Friday, it's basically the same.
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Look, it's a day.
They all ended Y. It's fine.
It's like once you become an adult, it's like Friday means nothing.
Yeah. I get paid.
Oh, so I found out something interesting. Apparently, there's all the serial killers in the world have one thing in common, and that is frontal brain damage. So some of them could have got it from a car accident, some of them could have got it from childhood trauma, but it makes serial killers.
Okay.
Larry,
Oh,
okay. The reason I brought this up is because I was looking at the news articles, and apparently there was a mass shooting, and so I brought that up instead of the shooting because shootings are bad.
Well,
what's that got to do with Friday?
We were like, yeah,
most murders happen over the weekend.
It's Friday. What's good? And then Larry was like, yeah, so brain damage.
Serial killers. But apparently it's hereditary, and only your mother could pass on this gene, the serial killer gene. So blame your mothers for serial killers.
Nah, just thank my father that I got empathy as well.
That was a close one.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Almost lost the genetic lottery on that one.
Hey, bro.
But yeah, I found that out. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Like, hey, it's a good thing my parents moved from Tennessee to Michigan because that was almost bad.
Fucking Tennessee. One of the states that just recently outlawed slavery.
Yeah, the wildest shit. Why was that so close in Oregon? Like 54 or 56 to 44%.
It's either because they're incredibly racist,
Who is?
or it's because some people actually understood the 13th Amendment thing deeply and are pieces of shit.
Either that or both of those things.
Either way, they're pieces of shit.
Yeah, honestly.
44% of Oregon is a piece of shit.
Yeah, 44% of people's like, yeah, I'm okay with prisoners being slaves.
The wildest
what-
shit.
what-
bro.
what did
The
I-
day
what-
we live in.
What did I miss? What happened?
Oh, you probably didn't pay attention to the midterms at all. So, like, during the
No.
midterms, several states had ballot measures, and I think 4 states had ballot measures to outlaw slavery outright.
Wasn't it?
No, the United States, slavery is still illegal in the United States. The 13th Amendment abolishes slavery unless you're a prisoner. In which case, they can extract slave labor from you.
So
Huh.
that was on the ballot.
Yeah.
So okay. So was
I did recently see something that was interesting to me, and I can't remember who it was, but a guy, he was putting in for a bill that would make, like, if you want to pass something, it can only be about one subject. He was like,
Yeah.
there's no reason I should be voting on a war here and building like a bridge in a big city or some shit like that.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
That I was like, okay, that's the first political video this year I've watched that I was like, hey, we're on to something.
Well, it's 'cause both sides do that shit where they'll introduce like clauses in gigantic bills.
I hate
And-
that, like that COVID bill.
Yeah, and one side will vote it down because of that one clause inside of the like 15 bullet point bill.
Yeah.
yeah, they do a lot of that stupid shit. Like I think I saw one where it was like, yeah, we're gonna start using agriculture to like stop paying taxes, but also we're pulling all the schools funding away.
I say we throw the tea into the ocean and we revolt again. The revolution, it begins.
Nightmare.
But after my nap.
It's
Yeah.
just me.
as long as our new generation doesn't got to work so hard to do it, we should be fine.
Like 12 people show up and they're like, was that at EST or CST?
We're in
Has it already
Texas.
been daylight savings time?
Fuck. None of us can communicate.
We have all these ways of communication, yet we don't
Why
use
can't
any of it.
anybody's schedule line up? Like D&D all over again.
Everyone
Why
has
do-
just such bad anxiety they have a hard time talking to each other on the phone.
We can't do this by text.
Can we do the revolution remotely?
And then can I work from home?
Work from home revolution, dude. Hey,
Revolt
the
from
way things
home.
are going, maybe it's gonna happen that way.
Revolution in the meta. We got this.
Metaverse revolution.
A bunch of people in VR headsets beating up cops in VR.
1312.
About to be in GTA RP going wild.
Dude, I played GTA RP for like all of a week. That was the most stressful fucking game I've ever played in my entire life. I've never been held at gunpoint so much.
I've never played it, but I saw a video one time where these guys were like, we need a ride to the hospital. We need to get to the hospital now. And it was like around the block. And this taxi pulled up. He's like, come on, man. I'll give you a ride free of charge. I got you. And they got in and he cranked that bitch up to like $150. And drove 100 feet and parked. He was like, that'll be $150.
Yeah, dude, GTA RP is toxic as fuck. There's so many children on that shit. It's just hard as fuck to play.
Dude, so Warzone 2 has proximity chat, and so far some of the stuff that I've been seeing on TikTok has been incredible.
Yes, bro.
I've been playing it. It's been incredibly racist.
Oh, well. I mean, that's...
I've seen those videos.
I'm not going to lie. I've only got maybe 6 hours into DMZ, and I've heard the N-word once already. So, like, I'm surprised it didn't
once.
come sooner and
That's
more
about par.
often. But
Oh my
I am
God.
playing the lesser played game mode.
DMZ,
Is
yeah,
that
no one plays
like-
that shit. I tried convincing my brother to play DMZ, and he did not want it. He was not about it.
I think it's way more fun than regular Warzone.
Is that like fucking Tarkov?
It's like very loosely kind of like Tarkov. Honestly, the only thing that's really similar between the two is that it's an extraction-based game mode.
And the NPCs are stupid hard to kill.
They're not that bad.
The ones with the armor?
Huh?
Bullshit.
No,
The ones with the armor, you gotta hit them in the fucking head. Those bastards don't die. And there's like 20 of them.
Hit him in the
I
head,
can't
forehead.
Uh,
Nah, they're not that bad. Scavs and Tarkov are way worse. Like normal ass scavs with shotguns will fucking destroy you.
the meta in freaking Tarkov when I played was someone put like 50 flashlights on their fucking shotgun and ran around with that bitch.
Yeah, with thermals so they can see through the light.
That shit, Tarkov was toxic.
I can't remember what it's literally the sun is like 8 of like the strongest flashlights you can get.
And to build a gun, it's only like $800. It's a fucking bitch. It's so cheap. So aggressive.
The one TikTok that I saw that was fucking hilarious, this guy was like sitting on a rooftop and he heard an enemy team sneeze. And he's just like, bless you. And the guy was like, thank you. Oh shit.
I saw this one dude, I think he was playing VR. He was like playing Among Us VR, and he was chasing. He's like, the funnest thing about VR is scaring children. And he's chasing this kid around Among Us, and the kid's like crying, and he's like, get over it.
Yeah, I saw that. The kid was like, "You're the imposter. You're a monster."
I saw a few Among Us VRs that looked really hilarious. The dude killed somebody right in front of somebody else, and they started running away screaming. He was like, "Don't say shit! It could have been you! It could have been you!"
Yeah, VR is a fucking nightmare, dude. It's
I didn't
funny
know
as fuck.
Among Us VR was a fucking thing. I just sold my VR headset.
Oh.
Fucking rip.
Among Us VR, dude.
I was getting ready to buy a VR headset. Is it not worth it? Why'd you sell it? What made you want to get rid of it?
I never fucking used it.
Oh, what?
That bitch just said I used it one time.
I want to get into VR, but in order to get into VR for me anyway, because I want a good set, like it's gonna be fucking expensive.
Yeah, that was like the Oculus was cool, but it wasn't what I was expecting out of VR.
Mm-hmm. Like the top of the line VR sets and shit are expensive as fuck.
For
You know something
for
else
no
that's
reason.
crazy? Have you seen like those anime VR or anime YouTubers now?
The VTubers?
Is that what they call them?
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
Have they? I've barely started seeing them.
You
Well,
just-
apparently those people make shit tons of money. I'm like, what the fuck? You don't gotta show your face?
Larry
Insane.
just started getting into hentai, so his algorithm is showing him VTubers. Meanwhile, I've been seeing VTubers since 2008, and I'm just like,
I've been into hentai before hentai was created.
immediately after graduating high school, I went into a long, deep depression
It
that
about
only
the-
anime could heal.
consisted of tentacles. Something only calamari could satisfy.
I've got the power of God and anime on my side.
It's nice to know we talk about relatable content. Hey, yo, if you're listening to the podcast right now and you felt that on another level, go ahead and hit that like.
And follow. And the little bell. Ding.
That bell never works.
Yeah, I don't even get notifications
I don't even get
when
notifications.
our episodes go up.
I gotta search that shit, and then I like the search on Spotify. Sometimes just it doesn't show us.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we just don't show up.
To be fair, we are using some a service that I'm not sure how great it is. How great it is. So I don't know. It doesn't give me options to like promote it or anything. So I don't know. But I think we're doing fine. As far as podcasting goes, I have no idea. It doesn't give me like good metrics, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
RSS is all I know.
Yeah, that's all I know too. I was trying to find out what the bigger dudes use, but I'm like, they don't say shit.
Speaking of not such great services.
God.
Nah, well, yeah, I guess there. Also Twitter.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna say, speaking of shit, I saw a Tesla on the road today.
Fucking
Dude.
Twitter is dying.
Is it really? I haven't even been paying attention.
I don't think that it's gonna actually shut down like a lot of people were afraid of, but it's definitely not looking great.
Yeah, it's really not. Like, imagine you're in a dick sucking competition and your opponent's an Elon Musk fanboy.
They won. You
You have no hope. No hope, bro.
It's like
They
there's
got
no
the
way.
high ground. They got the advantage. They got whatever you want to call it.
There's no way I can match that vacuum.
You guys brought up Twitter, and apparently ex-Twitter employees are horrified by Elon Musk reinstating Donald Trump's account. Incredibly upsetting.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
care
that's
as
gonna
much
be
about
an
that.
unfulfilled-
Yeah, I don't care either. I was just looking through news articles.
I think
You
that
think-
Trump says dumb shit on Twitter, but
Who's it really hurting?
yeah, I mean, when after Elon said free speech is back, the usage of the N word went up like
Skyrocketed.
200% or some shit.
Yeah.
It was
The
like,
craziest
oh,
You know, I will say one thing new that I've noticed that I do like is like there's little things when you click on certain posts, it'll be like some readers thought there should be context to this. And
Yeah.
like it'll give you like this post is not necessarily true and then tell you what's wrong about it.
yeah.
Now that I like.
I do like being able to have some contextualization, you know, because sometimes people say some wild shit and you're like, holy shit. And then the context is like, well, maybe not quite that.
Yeah.
So apparently, Russia bombed. Was it Poland?
No, they didn't bomb Poland.
What did they bomb?
They were trying to bomb Ukraine, and Ukraine sent anti-ballistic missiles to intercept those missiles, and they malfunctioned and landed in Poland and killed 2 farmers.
Oh,
So it was a tense situation there for a minute.
imagine being a farmer, not knowing shit about missiles, and then getting hit with 2 fucking missiles.
And then all of a sudden a missile hits your little farm on the outskirts
your-
of Poland.
Blows your cow
high
apart.
key, that is the definition of wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, for real though.
That's
They were
unfortunate.
really worried about it for a second though, because no one at first no one really knew where it came from, and Poland's a NATO nation, so like they immediately stated in Article 4 for an investigation, and everyone in the world was worried for a little bit that they were going to call for Article 5, which is defense of NATO territory, and in this case would probably mean a nuclear war.
Ukraine really trying to get kicked out of the UN already, huh? Or
They're not even in. They're not even
Get
in the
rejected.
UN.
I meant to say rejected again. But
They
yeah,
get rejected every time they apply. But it's mostly because every time they apply, they're being attacked by Russia in one way or another. Which is part of the reason why Russia's always up Ukraine's ass.
I don't know. It's dumb. Hold up. Ukraine plant shelled UN wars are playing with fire. The fuck?
Even
Okay.
if Poland tried to cite Article 5, the U.S. probably would veto that shit. Because the
Yeah.
U.S. is really not trying to get into a nuclear conflict.
Yeah, apparently the president went and talked to, I think, who was it? The Chinese person in charge? I don't know what he's considered. Is he a president?
I believe he is the president, yeah. Oh yeah, Xi Jinping.
Was he the president?
Yeah, he's the president.
There we go. Idaho University murders. Wow, there we go. More serial killer stuff. Jesus Christ. Killed 4 students by stabbing. This is insane. A lot of murders going on recently. Where were you at, Rye, on during these 4 murders behind a school?
Probably at work.
Probably,
work.
yeah. Was it on a day, Larry? Because if it was on a day, I was at work.
If it was at night, I was at work.
We all have alibis because we're always all working.
Yeah.
Literally.
Dude, especially lately, we're so shorthanded. I've been going in a lot
I'm working
on my off
Thanksgiving.
days.
Yeah,
Like, you want to come in on
your?
your off day? And I was like, I'll come in for 8 hours, not 12. And they're like, we'll take anything.
Take anything. That's the worst, bro. During COVID, we went from 40 some guys down to 15, and it was like that. It was brutal.
That is brutal. My boss is like, if you want to come in any of this weekend, I was like, I don't know, I got my son, and he's like, it's not a big deal or whatever, but if you want the hours, you can come in. And I was like, okay, well, if I decide that, I'll text you or whatever and get confirmation. I'm not just going to show up. And he was like, oh, you can. I was like, oh no. Uh-oh.
Damn.
So you want the hours? Well, he's like, I do with my son. Send.
I do with my family, bitch.
You guys got any plans for Thanksgiving if you celebrate it?
I celebrate Thanksgiving in the form of I eat food because people
Because people bring it.
Like, to me, Thanksgiving has never really been anything to celebrate aside I get together with my family and eat.
We used to get super stoned and then eat.
Yeah. Yes, that was the best. And actually, Thanksgiving is the one time a year I pray because my family's like
That's when you
real
feel-
religious. So
when you
they'll-
feel bad.
so like before Thanksgiving, they'll like say grace or whatever, and I'd just be like, okay. And then one year they asked me to say it, and I wrote a rap.
Oh shit! These always sound like Dr. Seuss.
My
We
grandpa hated it. But yeah.
My family's never asked me to lead the prayer, but I think they know that I'm not practicing. As
I don't
in,
think
I'm
my-
an atheist.
I don't think any of my family's ever prayed during Thanksgiving. I didn't know that was a thing.
I'm making roasted Brussels sprouts and a lemon pie.
Oh, I had lemon pie today, lemon icebox. No.
Oh, you said you're roasting Brussels sprouts?
Yes, roasted
yeah.
Brussels sprouts and lemon
I've-
pie, not together, but yeah.
I
Yeah.
said I don't think I've ever had Brussels sprouts.
Dude, delicious.
Are they good? Might get some.
I mean, if you
do
like
'em
cabbage,
right, if you do them right, Brussels sprouts can be good as fuck. I've had them where they weren't done right and they were like mid.
Maybe.
not done right, Brussels sprouts suck ass.
Yeah, it's like a pretty like big gap.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, huge skill gap. Definite skill issues. If you can't cook Brussels sprouts correctly, just don't do it.
yeah. At my mother-in-law.
Uh-oh.
I hope she doesn't listen to the podcast.
Fucking shots fired. That'd be fucking hilarious. It's like you just get a phone call. Listen
I've
here,
listened
Riley.
to this podcast.
Listen here, I support your podcast, and this is how you're going to talk to me about me?
How dare
All
you?
I'm saying is, I went over there. She's like, "There's bacon in them," and it was the worst thing I've ever eaten. Top
Damn.
5.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it right, man. Olive oil,
Yeah.
get them nice roasted so that they're like soft with still a little bit of a bite. Not too much though. You don't want them fucking crunchy. That's weird.
Yeah. At my mother-in-law. Oh my goodness. But yeah. I've recently discovered like new shit that I'm into. Like I had never had Brussels sprouts, and then I had them done up for the first time, and I was like, "Hey yo, everyone says Brussels sprouts are ass, but these kind of fire."
All vegetables are good though if you have enough oil.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ways to do asparagus is like pan fried, salt and pepper.
Jesus
Hell yeah.
fuck, I was blinded myself. Fucking bitch.
Larry's getting flashbanged again.
Dude, so I use my monitor as a light while I do the podcast so you guys can see the destruction that my dog caused in the back of my room.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like over here, and I tried turning the light. It was on dark mode. I'm like, I can't fucking see myself. And then I turned the flash on. Now I'm fucking blind.
I am a dark mode enthusiast.
Yes.
So, shit. I'm trying to think of something.
Actually, I'm a dark mode enthusiast to the point where I'm willing to say if you use light mode, don't talk to me.
you know, the police, the God hates police when West Virginia Police Department is threatened to be swallowed up by a large sinkhole. Defund this bitch.
It seems accurate.
That's
taking
one way to
defund-
defund the police.
Yeah, they're taking defunding the police to a whole new level.
We're gonna defund it, deplatform it, and then sink it.
We're gonna
Deplatform to a whole new level.
Foundation and move it over here.
Into this nice hole. Out of
Below
sight, out of
sea
mind.
level. It would be even more poetic if the sinkhole was only 6 feet deep.
That would be actually hilarious.
You can't ask for more of a sign.
Coincidences don't happen.
My dog opening the door. Hello, Jack. You just gonna open the door and just walk in here?
The look on his face. He's like, who the fuck?
Well, I kept hearing like the doorknob go. I was like, what the fuck's that noise? And all of a sudden the door is slightly open, then a dog's head pops up around the corner, and now he's sitting on my my bed.
Stay out of my room. My desk is a transformer. It turns into a 7,000 round shotgun mag.
You never had fast fucking loading like this. All I gotta do is push my desk down. I got a whole new magazine.
Hey, yo, all I'm saying is Larry's downstairs neighbor better shut the fuck up. Or they're
You
gonna
better-
have a
yeah, you better-
bad day.
Better stop talking shit. No, I'm kidding. Oh, actually, ironically enough, they moved out. Maybe they heard about my shotgun shells.
They heard you yelling about it one night.
Either that, or they heard the desk collapse one too many times.
Fair.
I recognize that clatter. It's approximately 7,000 shotgun shells.
God damn.
It's probably more than that, actually.
The sound of 7,000 shotgun shells hitting your ceiling would just be insane.
Terrifying.
In nerd language, it's
even,
like
what?
in nerd language, it would be like hearing your DM roll like 36 d6s or some shit. What the fuck is
shit.
that noise? It's the sound of your death.
I wonder like the sound of that many shells hitting the floor, how long that would take, because I just imagine like a Rain Man situation where they're like,
They're in boxes, so all it would sound like is boom.
you just hope they don't sound like, "Boom!"
Yeah, it hits the what do they call fucking thing on the back? The firing thing, and it blows up. Get a mess. Dude, there's not a lot of shit going on, is there?
I don't know. There's like this last news cycle has been full of shit.
Yeah, but it's mostly all I've been seeing, and I don't know if you guys have seen the same shit. I kind of been complaining about this a lot. Is just political fucking crap everywhere. Fake elections, shit not working, and all this other stupid crap. I'm like, if you guys lost, you lost. Just let it go.
I got
alright?
something unpolitical for you, Larry.
There we go. What is it?
They say now, in the dating scene, a person, like a single person these days, spends on average $139 a month in order to date people.
That's it.
Between like
$139.
that's like
It's like Jack in the
fees
Box for like a week.
dating apps, shit like new clothes for dates. That's not including the dates themselves. Like that's just what they say it costs to date people.
You said $189.
Yeah. And I thought the same fucking thing.
That's not a lot of money.
Kind of low.
Dude,
I
I
could
could
spend
spend that in one night.
Yeah, I could spend that in Jack in a Box.
Like if it costs $139 to date, then it costs triple that a week to be married. Like this shit is ridiculous.
Probably more than
Yeah,
that. I spend $300 in groceries every 2 weeks.
Let me get 65 egg rolls.
let me-
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Where are you taking your
High-key.
dates, dude? Fucking Taco Bell?
I'm not ordering a thing of Szechuan chicken without the 65 egg rolls, bro. Don't fuck with me on this. Get the extra egg rolls.
The egg rolls stay on during sex.
Just don't let Trethin near them bitches.
He'll peel them.
Damn.
The carbs in the wrapper is a
I didn't
design
mean to
flaw.
call him out on the podcast, but come on, bro.
You said the wrapper and the fucking wrapping is.
I
fucking
respect the
mind-blowing.
keto grind. He's been on keto for a long time.
Yeah, I knew that.
I thought you weren't supposed to stay on keto that long.
I mean, it depends on who you read, I guess.
Okay. I thought I heard it was like a health
Me.
issue.
He seems pretty healthy.
Well, no, it is.
Yeah, he sent me a picture one time. He was like, "Yeah, this website I buy keto pasta from had a sale where like you only had to pay for shipping." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And he was like, "Yeah, it is for 1 pound bag." And I'm like, "Nice. How many did you get?" And he's like, 42. Excuse me?
Wait, you said 42?
It was. I remember it just being a box full of an obscene amount of keto pasta.
42
This man was stocked up on enough pasta to feed a family of 10 for a year. That's all I know.
42 pounds of pasta. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't got 42 pounds of anything in my fucking fridge.
Bro, I guarantee you got 42 pounds of shotgun shells on your
Oh, no,
desk,
dude.
bro.
I if you guys, I have.
Oh, hey, y'all didn't hear that.
Like, I have stupid amounts of fucking shit. It's insane.
I don't got shit. I'm broke. And I have no valuables. Honestly, this lighter is my cell phone.
I mean, I have valuables, but you come try to take them.
I've got 2 pounds of rice.
Actually, I got 10 pounds of rice in my
I've
fridge,
got
bro,
2
or my
pounds of
cabinet.
rice. Actually, this is my dinner for tomorrow. It's 1 Nutter Butter. That's all I got left.
Where the fuck did you pull the Nutter Butter from? This dude is, I swear to God, Rye just pulls shit out of nothing. He's like conjuring shit. He's all, well, here be a lighter. And then he pulls a fucking axe from the ceiling.
Listen.
Are you eating Nutter Butters with the chopsticks? What the fuck?
Beautiful.
Don't question me, bro. Rule number 1: always keep them guessing. Roll this dice real quick.
Never let him know your next move.
That was a nat 1.
He starts going back, and also his chair falls backwards. Jesus Christ.
I did that the other day. I leaned backwards and I tried to like look at something behind me, and the wheels kicked the fuck out.
And he has not been able to walk right for a couple of weeks now. It's done.
Larry, I haven't been able to walk right since I was 19, and I got arthritis in my knees.
You got arthritis in your knees at 19?
I have arthritis, Larry. I can't say I have arthritis because it's unconfirmed, because I went to the doctor when I was like 22 and I was like, look, all my joints hurt and it's starting to affect my day-to-day life. And my doctor was like, wow, you probably have arthritis. And then he was like, okay, so when do you want to schedule your next appointment? And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, well, you're due for a physical. And I was like, are we just not going to talk about the fact that you just said I had arthritis?
You know what's even better?
Yeah, but there's nothing I'll do for you if you do. So it's not like that really matters right now. Great, doc. Okay, it takes me 15 minutes to get out of bed in the morning because my knees are locked up. But I'll just go about living life like this. Thanks.
I will live my life in pain. Thank you, doctor. Have a good day.
Existence is suffering.
I thought you were gonna say like the doctor told you might have arthritis, and you're like, why do I need a second opinion? You already gave it. Is to not go to the second appointment because it would cost too much.
No,
That's kind of what I've been. That's kind of how I've been doing my doctor appointments. Like, you have pneumonia. Okay, that's all I needed to know. I'm gonna go get antibiotics from Mexico now. Have a good night.
I hate doing doctor shit. I hate calling a doctor. I hate making an appointment. I get pissed off just sitting in a lobby. I hate seeing people at the doctor's office. Like, you're gross. Get away from me, please.
Yeah. or you go to the emergency room and because you don't have any other options, and there's 500 people dying in the emergency room.
No, kill me. I'll die before I go to the ER.
The worst. Here's a question: what's the worst experience you guys had in an emergency room?
Okay, worst experience in the aspect of like what? Because I've had like bad waiting experiences.
No, just like a horrible experience. Like one time, I'll give you guys an example of something that happened to me when I went to the emergency room when I was a little bit younger. I went to the emergency room, and they rushed somebody in who got shot like 15 times, and they brought him through the lobby and they put him in like a corner, and then the guys who shot him followed the ambulance to the emergency room. And then ran in with guns and tried to finish the job. and luckily, there's apparently cops in emergency rooms because there's drugs in there.
Listen, brother.
Like,
and you said, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you in the ER? I thought you meant along the lines of like, they made like I brought my daughter in there because she got something in her eye, and they were like, "Yeah, just take a seat. We're trying to get you a room." And then we sat for 7 hours for them to tell us that the doctor didn't think it was necessary to admit her to a room, and they think she'll be fine if we just go home.
That's more.
That somebody came in, shot, and motherfuckers came in mob style trying to shoot that motherfucker.
They were trying to. They followed the ambulance and tried to finish the job. And the dude, they didn't have a room for the dude, so they kind of just put him off to the side of one of the hallways next to some burn victims. And they came in with guns. And they were trying to kill him, but luckily there was cops in the way, like in the building, obviously in case shit like this happens, I guess, or there's drugs there or some shit. Yeah, that was kind of a shit show.
I can't follow that.
So me and my dad were sitting there like, what the fuck's going on? And the nurse comes up all casually. Well, we're going to be going into a lockdown right now. So these guys just came in and tried to kill somebody. And I was like, oh, nice.
One time I took my wife to the ER and we got admitted and they were like, hey, you can order room service. So we ordered chicken shawarmas and they brought us chicken stir fry instead.
Terrible. Absolute fucking tragedy.
Terrible, bro. Like, what the? How did you expect anybody to have anything close to that, Larry? What the fuck, bro?
To be fair, your story's funnier than mine.
You should have gone last.
You asked me what I meant. I needed to give you an example. You weren't.
I meant that's what you could have just been like the most.
You know, I said
shit,
that's what I said. I said, what's the craziest shit that's happened to you in an emergency room? And you brought up chicken shawarma.
An old guy looked at me one time and was like, "You're gonna die tomorrow," and then got up and went into the back, and I never saw him again. Is that kind of like what?
I wouldn't leave my house if someone told me that shit for a couple days at least.
I've been lucky and had just very minimal trips to the emergency room ever.
I go like once a year because I get pneumonia like once a year, like super bad.
I've been to the ER and in the hospital once in my life with a concussion. And then I have been to the ER with my kids and my wife like 20 fucking times. It's ridiculous. My wife be like, I think I'm dying. We should go to the ER.
I think that's how my mom is. She goes to the ER constantly.
One of the few times I ever went to the ER, I had appendicitis, and I didn't know I had appendicitis. Like, we had just gone to Sonic, and I had gotten popcorn chicken, and I started eating the popcorn chicken, and then my stomach just started really hurting. And I thought I just had some bad popcorn chicken, and like I was like doubled over in pain on the bed and shit. And finally, my dad was like, "Nah, this is not normal." So we go to the ER, and they're like, "Yeah, your appendix was about to explode." And while I was in there, I was just like, can they give me some pain medicine? I'm hurting so bad. And like my dad was like, they're trying to do I'm sure it's not that bad. I was like, you don't know shit.
Yeah. Are you a doctor? Did you go to school? No, shut up.
You don't know fucking shit. And to this day, I won't eat fucking Sonic popcorn chicken because it scares me.
They have the best popcorn chicken.
Bro, it's an association thing. After eating that popcorn chicken, I was in so much fucking pain that my body has associated it with pain forever now. I'll eat their chicken strips. That's fine.
Just them little popcorn motherfuckers.
Just deadly motherfuckers.
That's
Almost
brutal.
exploding my appendix.
I don't know if that was the reason for it.
Oh, it wasn't. Not at all. They're not related at all. Even crazier is like we're in the waiting room and I'm like fucking dying of appendicitis and
They don't
fucking
give a
Saving
fuck.
Private
They don't
Ryan
give
was on
a
the TV.
fuck. The best part about being in an emergency room is they don't give a fuck about you. You can be like, I'm
Best
literally bleeding right now, and they'd be like, put some ice on it. Here's an ice pack. Sit down.
Yeah, I
Put
think
yourself
you just live in a shit place. Like all of your stories about doctors and shootings and all
I'm
this
moving.
other shit.
A bright side of the whole situation. I'm moving, hopefully soon in a year. So
You're still gonna be in Arizona though.
no, I'm moving to Texas.
Oh, worse.
Yeah, I was about to say that's an L, Larry. That's a fucking
How's that
L,
going
bro.
down?
Texas sucks
Dildos
ass.
are illegal in
Does it?
Texas, bro. That's all you need to know.
What are?
That's dildos.
Dildos.
They're illegal.
Yes, you're not allowed to own a dildo.
I don't think it's a law
Nah,
that
I
gets
don't know.
enforced. But
Like, I don't think you can have a dildo in public or something like that.
No porn stars in Texas.
Let me look this up so I ain't spouting misinformation because
you're-
it's as simple as a Google search.
out of all the barbecue states, you're moving to the one with the worst barbecue.
Yeah.
What? I
fair.
thought Texas was known for barbecue.
They are, but they're shit
Like
compared to
people with
everyone
shit
else.
taste.
Yeah, dude, fuck Texas barbecue. Kansas City barbecue's better. Memphis barbecue's better. Carolina
Well,
barbecue's better.
I'm moving in between Texas and Louisiana, so I should be. Like,
Oh, you're moving on the east side of Texas,
yeah, that's a plan.
or closer to the Gulf or Houston.
Okay.
Yes. What? I'm sorry.
No, go right ahead. I can wait.
I was like, we do Mardi Gras and stuff. I figured that'd be cool to go see that shit.
Oh, if you're that close to the Gulf, you might have good food. Houston has good food.
Okay. Texas bans the possession of or promoting the use of more than 6 dildos.
No, that's if you have 6, that's way too many.
Nah, you just have to cut down like 1 or 2. It's fine.
You don't need to use 6 fucking dildos at once.
You just
Larry,
can't
you
use your
don't-
octopus toy anymore.
Tell that to my asshole, Larry.
If you're using 6, man, I don't think there's much left to talk to, but
You just got to throw out the octopus toy. The rest of the shit's fine. You don't need you got to go from 8 to 6 tentacles. You're a squid now.
Like, what about
Yeah.
the sex doll of Joe Biden?
the sex doll of Joe Biden, what?
The octopenis.
That was a special attachment that I had to buy. 20 grand.
It takes 6 AAA batteries.
Dude, so something funny I found out. I was watching a podcast. I think it was the 2 Bears 1 Cave one, and they were talking about like expensive sex dolls, and one of their buddies bought one that was $100,000.
You're tripping.
What the fuck do you need to buy $100,000 sex doll for? Like, you could buy a person with that much. You shouldn't, but you could.
Okay, that was a wild statement. To say after that. That was just wild to throw in there. I'm gonna call you for that shit because that was the most insane thing to just toss in there. You could buy a lot of things with $100,000 instead of a sex doll or
A house,
person.
a whole house to put your penis
Yeah,
in.
well, these guys are rich, but either way, it was fucking weird. And something else they recently bought was they bought a teacup that Hitler used,
Why?
and they gave it to him as a gag gift. But it was like a $20,000 gag gift, and they bought it. And he's like, "Why did you buy me something I have to destroy?"
I would buy it to destroy it.
I wouldn't. Buy
Like
it
if I was
to destroy it.
if I was super rich and you were like, if it was like for a good reason, like you were like, hey yo, there's this charity they're auctioning.
No,
off a
no.
bunch
They
of stuff.
bought it. They bought it from some like white militia in fucking like some East Coast state or some crazy shit.
Okay, I'm buying it. Counterfeit money. And then I'm gonna smash it.
Like on the podcast, they're like, "You just funded some dude's fucking military."
Counterfeit money. Bro. Hey,
Damn.
tell the Secret Service to check out them bills, bro. They're numbered in
In Braille.
Elven runes. All the serial numbers are Elven runes.
You
Put 'em
sell
under a
them money.
black light.
You give them money that has Joe Biden on it, so they're like twice as pissed off. They open the bag and it's like, what the fuck is this? Is this pictures of Joe Biden?
The fuck they gave us this woke money.
That's woke money.
You gonna use this shit in California?
Yeah.
Damn.
Fucking backed by Smaug's fucking horde.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
But yeah, anyway, Texas has shit barbecue.
Yeah, fuck Texas. That was the
I
moral of the
thought it was-
story.
I thought it was
SpongeBob had
nice.
it right, bro. Texas is dumb.
From dumb old Texas. Next time you guys see me, I'm gonna have an accent. I'm gonna completely make up, and I'm gonna say this is my Texas accent now.
You're wearing your fucking cowboy hat.
Oh, dude, that'd be funny. I'm gonna buy a hat now.
No, for
Come
real
in,
though, there's a
single.
restaurant. I can't remember what it's called. It's in Houston though. It's like right on the beach. It's like on stilts and everything. Fucking phenomenal shrimp and grits. That shit was great.
Well, mainly the reason I'm moving is the housing market here has gone to shit. I was looking at getting a house here originally, and it was $650,000 for a manufactured home with a 3-bedroom apartment, or like a manufactured home with 3 bedrooms and 2 baths.
What? 650,000?
Yeah, it's insane.
And you're
That's
getting a better
insane.
deal in Texas?
Yeah, I got the one I'm looking at now has 32 acres for
Oh, shit.
$250,000.
Oh yeah, you're getting some land with it.
Yeah, and it's a 4-bedroom house, and then it also has a garage and
Bro, that's crazy. I have a 3-bedroom and 1.5 bath I bought for 86,000.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
so the housing
Yeah.
market in Arizona for a single income is impossible now.
You're talking like 180 for that here, monkey.
Yeah, no, I believe it. I live in my state. I live in Arkansas. It has probably one of the lowest costs of living in the states, but that comes with the trade-off with us being 41st out of 50 in economy and 41st out of 50 in education. So
We're 49th out of 50 in education.
in Arizona,
Yeah, our education system is tragic.
I'm about to
Dude.
buy a house next to Monkey, and I know I'll be fine because his work's higher, and I can just show up.
Dude, honestly,
you won't even send an application. They'll be like, just show up.
yeah,
But
they'll
I
be
work
wanting to
here
hire
now.
you for like $27 an hour immediately. It's like, come on, we need somebody.
We
I
need
don't-
somebody. We will train you.
It's sad because I don't even make that right now.
Well, I make.
Bro,
I just got I got a 5,000 a year increase actually, so I'm actually kind of happy.
dude, that's the
Still
worst
no-
part about my job though is that I get paid good. I fucking hate it. I hate that I get paid good
You
because
are
it makes it where I can't leave.
So I'm supposed to get a $3 raise soon, which will bump me up to about $27. And I've been looking forward to it, but it's like the same dilemma because despite being paid, we're one of the lowest paid landfills in the state of Michigan. It's like I don't pay a dime for health insurance. I don't pay my company pays everything into my pension, everything into
What's your
like a bunch
401k
of
look like?
I don't have a 401k. I have a pension. I think I want to say 5k for 6 years in that month.
Oh wow.
And I didn't put any of my own money in there. So like everything that hits my check, like my wage is all goes to my check. Like my benefits are paid by the company. On the back.
Another perk of me going to Texas was they don't have state income tax.
We need to
So-
just get rid of the IRS, get rid of income tax,
Oh,
charge
good
like
fucking- good
20%
fucking
tax on fucking everything.
They should just have a flat tax you pay. You don't gotta pay tax on all the other crap.
No, if we get rid of I'd rather we get rid of income tax before we go to a flat tax.
Well, the thing that Arizona did, and I think this is what Texas did, is I think they put 1% more into their
Sales tax?
Sales tax.
Yeah,
But
I
the
think
thing
that's the
is-
better way to do things.
But the thing is Arizona is only 1% less than Texas, but we also pay I think like a 3 or 4% income tax. Because I
That's
get
it?
like, oh, I let me check. It might be more.
I know
Wait,
the federal income tax is like 25% for
Yeah.
well, I don't know, for
Crazy.
depending on your pay scale, depending on your income bracket.
I guess it's 4% income tax. So either way, if I go to Texas, I would still be making more money every 2 weeks rather than staying here in Arizona and paying a 1% decrease in sales tax, but a 4.5% in in income tax. So I'm getting fucked twice on this shit. Taxes suck.
Yeah, taxes do suck. I'll give you that.
Taxes suck, but they're necessary.
I think my fire alarm is going off right now.
They're necessary for certain things. Like I will say that like the only thing that I'm proud of in my state right now is that we fucking voted down several ballot measures that were fucking dog shit. We also voted down the one that was good, but 3 out of the 4 were terrible. Like one of them was literally where it would change. It would make it to where ballot measures could only be passed if they got 60% vote or more, which that's fucking horseshit. It should just be a majority. Fuck that. 60% makes it way too hard, and I think it's because they saw how much support marijuana had, and they were like, "Nope, next time this comes around, it might win. We need to up that bitch to 60."
I'm surprised it was they didn't pass it at all.
It was only an 8% difference too. It was like actually it wasn't like close, but it was pretty close.
8% is pretty close, isn't it?
I mean, like it was like I can't remember exactly, probably like a 8,000 vote difference, but it was fairly close. I think next midterm it'll probably pass. The other one though was that the the legislature was like, "Oh, we want to be able to call ourselves into session." I was like, "Fuck no, voting that down. Fuck you guys." You know, speaking of taxes, you know, my tax dollars go to work every time you guys go into session. You're just going to be able to call yourself in for special sessions. Fuck that. You know, it's like I feel like getting paid right now. By the way, taxpayers, pay me.
I think they should put it into law where we can see where all the tax money goes to. Kind of like when you go to like a hospital and ask them to give you a what do they call it? It's like individual fucking things you got repaid for.
Like itemized?
Like itemized, yeah. So we can see.
I thought we did see how taxes were spent.
It says it very like miscellaneous, and this went to schools, this went to that, but it's not really like what it went to. If you know what I'm saying. I can say it went to schools, but it could be like to build new schools or destroy other ones. It doesn't necessarily mean that like it went to the school. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think here in Arizona I think we either started taxing farmers or we started using farmland for like government use. Like they could go and use whatever the hell they needed it for. And that money was supposed to go to schools. But what ended up happening was I think the mayor at the time, or whoever the fuck it was, decided to use the money to fund, I think it was political shit. And so it never went to schools, and now they're looking for a new way to get tax money. I'm like, well, why don't you just give us the money you were supposed to use for the farms and shit that you were fucking saying you were going to use it for? And it kind of just got fucked over.
Yeah, I heard some shit that schools, the amount of money schools get per student is directly proportionate with the gross annual salary of the people that live in the area of the school or some shit like that.
Yeah, that just means low income people get shittier shit rather than being spread evenly.
The fucking vicious cycle, you know.
Oh, dude, my parents were pieces of shit. They would send us to like nicer area schools, so we would drive like an hour over there every morning. Then we go to the nicer schools.
I will say that is one of the things that I agreed with Republicans on was school vouchers. I was like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Why wouldn't that be a good idea to be able to
I
send your
what,
kid to whatever school?
oh, okay.
As long as you can get them there, you know. I mean, like, why be limited to having to send your kid to the closest school, which if you live in a low income area, it's going to be a poorly funded one.
Yeah.
You know, being able to send your kid to a well funded school, it doesn't fix the problem with why schools are funded that way in the first place, but at the very least, it can get your family out of a situation where you're sending them to a shit school.
For sure. 'Cause we had a lot of schools shut down here, and now, like, honestly, with my kids, it's like I look at schools like the school I went to, and I'm like, I know what I did there, bro. I can't send her there. Like,
They're going to hear stories about me.
like,
Hey, it's like there was drugs in that school. I know because I took them there.
allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Like,
Oh, one of the kids that I went to school with, this is not here, but one of the other schools that I went to, he got busted by the cops for selling cigarellos at school.
I'm slobbing. We had a girl get caught sucking 3 dicks under the table in class during a movie. So
At the same time?
at the same time, bro.
Damn.
That's
Yes,
determination.
Fucking
Yeah.
Adriana Chechnik?
The teacher, it was like his fucking 3rd week, and he got fired on the spot
How's it his fault?
because he wasn't paying attention, and a girl was able to suck 3 dudes off in the middle of class during a movie.
That
I
must have been
mean-
an interesting ass movie.
And the wild shit is, so like, if I saw that in class, right, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is happening? No, this person got up and like walked over and like quietly told the teacher, and the teacher went and turned the light on and looked under the table, and that's how she got caught. But like, I'm making a fucking ruckus. But no, there were people getting fingered in classes, hand jobs being given in class.
What kind of school did you go
The
to?
wildest shit, bro. looking back, I always thought like my graduating class was 130 people, and I always thought, like, man, like honestly, high school was kind of boring. Like nothing ever happened. And then I think back now to all the wild shit that happened. It's like we had people like going to lunch and fucking in their cars, and there would be a wave of people coming back afterward, like a dozen people just knowing, like everyone knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I went to sex school.
Yeah, like
Every day is sex ed here.
I know of people that fucked in closets. Like shit was just crazy.
The big thing in the first 2 years of my high school was just bomb threats. We spent so much time outside because of bomb threats.
That's wild, bro.
Mine was just gang violence. It was just drugs and fucking people killing each other. That was about it.
Yeah, Larry wins again. For all the bomb threats that we had, none of them were real.
No one ever got hurt. Yeah, no. So when I went there for high school, when I first got there, my like sophomore year, or no, my freshman year, Jesus Christ, we had a meeting, and the school was like, "Yeah, by the way, last year we had 15 people die at house parties, so let's maybe not go to any house parties this year." Like it was a shit show. Then they did this thing where it's like, look to your left, look to your right. One of those people is gonna be dead. There's like an 8% chance or like a 30% chance that one of the people next to you is going to be dead in the next 2 years. I'm like, what kind of school is this? This isn't the military, bitch. You don't say shit like that. But yeah, that was
the 1 year I spent in Arizona in school. We did have someone die in one of the border towns because you know we live like 15 minutes away from the Mexican border, so like people would just cross the border and go party. And we did have one person die across the border. That was a big deal that year. That's the only one I remember, though.
Yeah, well, you were on the outskirts. I was in downtown Phoenix.
Yeah. Phoenix always smelled like fucking
Death.
burning tires. Every time I passed by Phoenix, it was like, what? Why the fuck does
That's the
Phoenix smell
worst.
like this?
Because everyone in Phoenix owns a fucking tire shop. It seems
Tucson was
everybody.
objectively better.
everybody in fucking Phoenix. I lived next to a pull and pay. I don't remember if you know what that is or not.
It's like a U picket. Like you go
Yeah.
there and pull parts off of dead cars.
Yeah, I lived right next door to that, and so all night people would be jumping over the fences and
Dude,
shit, stealing parts.
Dude, I don't know what made me just think about it, but like we were talking about U picket, and then I saw this post someone made on Twitter about, you know, what would really suck is if Lightning McQueen had a foot fetish in a world where all feet were tires. What the fuck? People really just say the weirdest shit.